We're back with the Bad Vibe podcast with Dwight and Jeremy.
I am D. White.
And I'm Jeremy. And this is episode 19.
Yeah. You can still fuck us.
Yeah, he's still...
People are like, what the fuck? If you just listen to this, you're like, what?
Yeah. We became legal last time at 18. And now, you know how, like, if you're older, if you date a younger girl...
I've done this.
Yeah. Let's say you're 25. You date a girl that's 18, that's like, ugh. Because people are like, alright, he's dating her. I just met him and he's already dating her.
Yeah,
you know he was fucking her before.
But if he's 50 and she's 43, that's okay.
If he's 50 and she's 18?
If someone's 100 and they're fucking a 93-year-old, you're both fucking sick. It's not it's not the age difference, it's your fucking age.
Yeah, there's
right?
something...
I mean, way to go, getting it done anyways. But, god damn.
Can you imagine what a 97-year-old vagina looks like?
Like, his dick sags.
An 18-year-old vagina looks weird.
Like, I'm sure his dick sags. It's not just his balls. They're not wrinkly. Like, all of his dick sags. It's gotta be nasty.
When he has an erection, his dick goes straight out, but the skin on it is like that upper arm on older ladies. It's got that little droop.
And her cooch, which I guess you could call it a cooch. I would think younger girls have cooches. But, those dogs that always have the droopy skin? That's what I would think it would probably look like. Except more leathery.
Yeah, but...
Right?
Even if you take, like...
And some real, those real hard gray hairs.
A few.
Yeah, a few.
Like 6.
I mean, because the other ones have fallen out.
Yeah, she got like 6, like...
And he'd probably have a comb over his.
Yeah. He has just hair on the sides.
Yeah, he's got the George Costanza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just fucking... And he's just like... He gets home from... when you're that old, you don't get home. You're just home. So...
Dude, I was telling Crystal the other day, I was like, I hate that... Alright, there's these girls that shave completely.
Yeah.
Bald. And you're like, that's a whore. But really, she's just cleaning, right?
If I was a chick, I would shave it all just so it don't get itchy.
Yeah. But then there's the girls that are like, alright, they're either shave and it's all bald, and which is okay, it's good. Or they're like bushy, right? Or there's the ones that do the whole design. Now that's a fucking whore.
If you do a design...
you're doing that because someone's gonna see it.
Not someone, lots of people.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not just one person. But someone's gonna see it. And if you do that, then I'm sure a few people already have.
I mean, you could be like some married chick.
A landing strip is what they call it. I mean...
Yeah, because a lot of cum is landing on her strip.
Yeah.
I don't care what it looks like. I mean, if it's just bush where it's like her upper inner thigh hair is tied in, that's pretty nasty, but who cares? Do what the fuck you want to do.
Yeah, it's not hairy in there.
Like I look sexy. Like I could say well...
I'm a fat guy that's hairy.
If I ever tell a girl well, you should...
My wife calls me a bear.
And bears are pissed at the comparison.
Yeah, they're like, really? This fat white dude?
Yeah. They're like, that motherfucker's no bear.
What were we fucking starting this one about?
Oh, yeah. Yesterday.
Today is September now it's the 13th because it's 1 a.m.
Yeah.
But we're still going on September 12th.
Yeah, September 12th.
So yesterday was September, yep, that's right, the 11th.
11th.
9/11.
Yeah.
I guess that number sticks out a little.
Depending on which part of the world you're from, it's either a holiday that's celebrated as happy or sad.
Yeah.
If you go where there's desert and caves and shit, they're probably like, hey, that's when we fucked those dudes up.
And we remember. Always.
It's funny because that was always like we'll never forget and shit. Of course we're never gonna forget. Planes hit buildings and they crumbled to their... it's not like we'll never forget. If nobody had been in the buildings or on the planes except for the bad guys, and that same thing would have happened, I'd still never forget. That's some crazy shit to see.
Alright, everyone has their stories about what they were doing, and we've already talked about it before.
I was drinking Code Red Mountain.
You're drinking Code Red, I was sick watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and I got to see the second one hit live. And I loved every minute of it. Not because people died. People don't get that. If you listen to the episodes that we've had already and you don't get that we're...
a little off.
What is it called, though? Whenever you...
Sickos?
Sickos. Really?
I don't know.
Sounds like a soccer mom name. Like what she would say. No, like whenever you like when bad shit happens.
Oh. I don't know.
Anarchist.
No. It's just, you like entertainment.
Well, anyways.
You're just not scared to admit it's pretty cool to see an airplane hit a building.
Yeah, I saw a plane hit a fucking
You weren't the only one.
skyscraper. Not just like landed in a field and smashed up against it. Fucking went straight into it, and you see the glass break, explosion, smoke everywhere, and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh!"
But you weren't the only person glued to the TV that day. It's not like you're the only guy that was watching.
Yeah, people are like, "Oh my gosh, this guy," right? I mean, like, come on.
Yeah, I remember people specifically saying that.
But
you're like, "Oh my gosh, this guy." That's all you said.
Is it really? I thought of a lot more though. There's a lot more going on there.
But it was entertaining in a way that, you know how like you can watch a good football game and your favorite team loses, but it was a really close, tight game.
Yeah, that was a good game.
It was still entertaining, even though you're not happy with what happened.
You're like, man, that sucks, but damn, that was a good game.
So what I'm saying is 9/11 was kind of like when your team loses. You're like, damn it, we'll get them next time.
It's just a little bit more exciting. I'm a fan of when like shit happens. Because I mean, think about it. You look at the news, they're like, downtown Houston, there was a murder, and you're like, oh gosh, you know.
Boring.
Yeah, you're sitting there like, all right, some guy got killed or whatever. You know, there's a school shooting that's a little bit more up there. You know,
school shootings are like kind of hacky now. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah, school shooting. Did you see that thing about? We got to jump away from the fucking 9/11 shit. About that dude that escaped.
Yeah, they caught him pretty quick though.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was 100 yards away.
Did?
Yeah, that's where I saw
okay.
it. That's how I saw it.
Yeah, me too.
He said he's gonna leave tickets.
He left tickets for him. If he's still on the run, he can come see his show.
But I don't even remember that shooting though. Happened in 2012.
I didn't.
School? It's always at a school. Some kid gets picked on, probably took a do-rag to school, and some black kids beat him up. Now he takes a 9 or whatever. It's usually like a badass gun though. He got off of eBay or something.
Well, because he wants something that holds a lot of bullets. You don't want to shoot 3 kids and then get your ass kicked.
Yeah, you don't want to go in there with just
you need to be armed.
You need to go in there with some fucking clips. Now, if you're planning on shooting up a school,
yeah.
No, I mean we're giving tips. It's like 5 key, rules.
Well, we're clearly going to land ourselves on some kind of list.
Nah.
The government's going to be watching.
No,
if the government starts listening in, we'll get more listeners.
Yeah.
It's like,
hey, government, subscribe to our podcast.
Yeah, you don't gotta like fucking wiretap us or anything. Just subscribe.
Yeah, we're gonna keep putting this up there.
Email me personally, and I'll send you the links.
Yeah.
Just send it.
The Bad Vibe Podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
Gmail.com.
Or is it the Bad Vibe at gmail.com?
I think it's.
The Bad Vibe.
I think it's the Bad Vibe at gmail.com.
Yeah.
You know, Gmail got hacked.
Oh god, everything's getting hacked.
Yeah, I'm going to straight cash.
There's a whole bunch of hacks out there.
Yeah, I know. And there's 2 of them in this truck.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to straight. I mean, I use mostly cash anyway. But 2 stores that me and my wife had shopped at recently.
Y'all shop at Target?
No, she went there during the Christmas time. Damn.
What?
I sound like an old Jewish guy or something. She went there during the Christmas time. I don't guess Jews talk about Christmas much, but...
And why did that sound like a 20s gangster?
She went there during the Christmas time, see?
Oh, that kind of sounds like a gangster now.
Yeah.
And a gangster then. 2 different kind of gangsters.
When you try to do a voice or an accent and you have headphones on, it's hard.
One's a gangsta. Right.
Doesn't it kind of seem like the old school ones would have called gangstas? We're gangstas.
Yeah.
And the black people be like, I don't know. Black people don't enunciate as well as 40s white people do, I guess.
I'm waiting for, you know how they're always like bringing back another generation. I want that generation to come back. I want people to ride by with Tommy guns and like shoot up the fucking. Well, I don't know about that part, but I mean like the whole like the bowler hats and everything. Way back then.
I think there's like little groups of people that like to wear them.
Yeah, I don't
like
mean
hipsters or something.
Those people. I don't like the new fucking thing with the people tucking their pants in their shoes. And then like you see like some like white kid with, of course where we live it's a little different I guess, but some kid wearing like skinny jeans with cowboy boots. All right, with the shirt tucked in, a rodeo belt buckle, and a flat like Under Armour hat. Like with the sticker on it. You're like, what the fuck is that?
Well, I think
like, what is that?
the hat thing, that's just hats.
The flat hat thing. They're going back to that.
Yeah, because if you go to a hat store, like a nice hat store, like a mall type
like
hat
lids
store,
or something
like that. Almost all the hats are like that.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I want one of the ones that's already shaped. You know?
I always thought that it was just you get those kind of hats and you could like shape them a little, but it's not.
No, you're supposed to have it flat.
Those kind of hats, that's how they're made. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of them, though.
Especially not on white people.
Yeah, it really looks... I mean, black people, it really does just look like that's how they're supposed to wear it.
Not only that...
You don't really see a black guy much with a shaped hat.
Unless he's like real country.
Yeah.
Do you think they laugh? Do you think when like black dudes see some dorky white kid walking by dressed how black people tend to dress?
I think it'd be funny if just one day all the black people just said like... These last 20 years, it's all been to see what y'all do.
Yeah, it was. They're like, let's see how crazy we can do it.
They're like, all right, we're gonna put our pants down our fucking knees. All right, we're gonna wear these shirts that are 3 times the length they should.
Yeah.
They're like, we're gonna do all this, and we're gonna grab our nuts when we joke, just to see if white people do it.
We're gonna put diamonds in our teeth.
We're gonna put diamonds in our teeth and wear these ridiculous, stupid chains.
And they were doing that and then as soon as like a lot of white people started adopting their sense of style, they're like, "Gotcha, bitch."
Yeah.
And they're like, "We're just fucking with you." And the white people are like, "No, we thought it was cool. We weren't copying."
Yeah. And
so white people got to keep winning for a little while to like save face.
And then during that time, black people take over the world.
Yeah. You know how easily they could.
Yeah.
Think about how.
Not just with like beating us up.
No, but let's think just beating us up.
Not just. Oh, you mean just okay?
Think about how many of an exact replica of you it would take to beat up one strong black guy.
Yeah, it would take quite a bit.
So that's 12 or 13.
People are like, not with my gun, I can't take... people always...
Well, like black people don't have guns. I think they're kind of known for it.
Yeah.
You know? You ever been to Detroit?
No.
Every 15 seconds there's like a homicide, and only black people live there, so I know they're the ones committing it.
There's one white guy that's on a roof.
Scared to death.
No, there's one guy on a roof with a sniper rifle. You know, he's actually got, like, you know, his boss or something was going to fire him, so he's, like, picking people off because he's...
Yeah, that's white crime.
That's white crime. Black guys, like...
They'll beat you up.
That's my crack, bitch. And then, like, bam.
Black people will sell crack. Maybe
that was supposed to be a gunshot.
They'll get by. They'll, like, steal a purse, maybe rob a store. White people will, like, skin their fucking kids and wear them and, like...
Yeah, they're going to line up their kids and, like... drown them all in the bathtub.
That's white people, absolutely. Like, you'll never hear...
And not bury them, just call the cops, hey, come get me. I just killed my 5 kids.
Yeah. You think of a black guy...
You hear about that guy killed his son?
Did he have it covered?
Alright, what's fucking stupid about... no, he left him in the car for like 7 hours or something. The kid was like... He was like 7, I think. I think the kid was like 7.
Oh, the kid should have got out of the goddamn car. 7.
I know. That's what I was thinking. The kid's like, damn, it's getting hot in here. Dad said to stay, but, you know.
Better wait on Dad.
He's like, Dad said to stay. Don't want to hear it from Dad. I'm just going to stay in here. And then he's like, it's like 2 hours later. He's like, damn, it's hot.
I'd love to see his diary.
I know. If he had a diary while he was in there.
It's just, every page is the word hot over and over. Yeah. The last couple is all smeary because his hand was sweating so bad.
Someone's like, he's talking about a 7-year-old kid dying.
Yeah. A dumb.
I guess it was a boy.
It had to be a boy.
If it was a girl, it would have been a lot more
sad.
Yeah, a girl would have been like, this is fucking stupid. After like 10 minutes.
A boy was probably like, I think this is a test.
He's sitting there.
Dad's testing me.
Yeah, I know. He's like, he said we're going to go get a nice cold ice cream after this.
Oh, shit. And you know his dad was like done with all his shopping hours before, but he's like...
He's probably waiting.
He'll just look around a little.
He's probably waiting and watching. He's like, no, he's still alive.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, he's fucking peeking through the window.
This fucker keeps wanting these new fucking games. They're all expensive. I'm just going to kill them off.
Get some life insurance. It's crazy.
It doesn't work that way, I don't think.
You can have life insurance on your kid.
You can't kill your kid and get life insurance.
No, I know.
He's like, I don't know. I told him to get out of the car when he started feeling hot. And
when I left, he wasn't in the car.
He's like, the keys are in the ignition. You know, all you had to do is start it.
But really, those 7?
Yeah, I think it was
and he couldn't get out?
Yeah, you would think a 7-year-old would know. Like,
I would think
It's hard to think of stuff like that.
3 or 4 should be able to get out.
It's hard to think of stuff like that. It's sad. That to me, someone like leaving their kid in their car, like people leave those 2-year-olds and stuff like that, or they'll leave their kid upstairs and not fucking check. That's sadder to me than some fucking planes hitting a fucking building.
Yeah, here's you're like...
a bunch of people...
You're all breaking down, you're like, I don't want to talk about hot kids. And then you're like, so 9/11 was funny, right?
No, but I mean, like, alright, some planes that shouldn't have been taken over. I mean, come on.
Yeah, what was that all about?
I have a box cutter, and I'm not afraid to use it.
I have a feeling...
Or it's more like, I have a box cutter, right?
I know. Who's threatened by that accent?
Yeah, no.
I will cut you. I will cut you good.
They're all like, oh my gosh, I think he means it, right? Because they're like, I don't know his accent, I don't know if he's serious or not.
I have a feeling it was similar to that scene in Blazing Saddles when he first gets to town and he holds the gun to his own head.
Oh, yeah. What is he?
He's trying to get to his office without them harming him. So he holds a gun to his own head.
Oh,
it says, anybody make a move, and,
Yeah.
So he backs himself up.
Do what he say! Do what he say! Yeah.
Do what he say! That movie is so funny.
Hat me! Shut up! Right. I want to see that again. Damn, I haven't seen that.
I saw it.
We used to watch that a lot.
Every day, pretty much. Alright, so what were we talking? Oh, hot kids and cars.
And 9/11.
That could mean anything. It could mean either kids.
Hot kids and cars. Dude, yeah, the government's going to hear that and be like, I don't know what he means by that, but I'm sure they're both bad.
It sounds like...
hot kids and cars. It sounds like you like...
You know what it sounds... It sounds like the new calendar that came out for pedophiles. Hot kids and cars. Like, fuck the cars, let's see the kids.
So, like, look at that car seat he's sitting in.
Is that a Greco 900 or what's the name? It's like Greco. I'll fuck that all up.
It don't matter. The Greco 900.
It's a G.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know. Some guys are like, that's not that. I like whenever we
that
mix
dude that
something
does
up.
podcast in his car with his kid, he looks back, his kid moves his head over.
He's like,
it's Greco.
Yeah, it is. I think it is Greco.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, Greco.
Something like that.
Immediately I thought Gecko.
I thought Gordon.
And then I was
Gecko.
like, well, car insurance. All of that immediately.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like...
The funny thing is, all this, like, traveling to get to a joke that wasn't even funny.
Anyways, 9/11, like, seriously, alright, the planes shouldn't have been taken over. And that's the people that weren't stupid.
At least they did something.
When they were doing something and land out in the woods, they're like, and this one, I don't know if it has anything to do... Really? 4 fucking planes go down within a couple hours, and you're not thinking they're linked?
In, like, the tri-state area?
It's not like every day 4 or 5 planes goes down. You know that one they still haven't found?
They don't.
Like in Malaysia or something like that?
Oh, remember we solved that mystery. Langoliers got it.
Oh, yeah. No, but they're still like, they think we might... Alright, come on. When they know what people are doing and where people are by satellites, they can't fucking find a plane.
Remember that Will Smith movie?
That has GPS?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of stupid. Something fishy went on there. I don't know if there's other little, like, theories going on there, but something's going on there.
I think there's, like, I would have cut you. Those guys might have had something. I don't know. You know what's funny? We're being so racist, is that we're doing an Indian accent.
Yeah.
Indian people aren't terrorists.
Yeah, I know.
I just don't know how to do the accent.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna be like, how am I gonna do this?
I got two box cutters. How do they talk?
I don't know.
I don't think they speak much English.
Yeah, they don't think they really speak English.
But don't you get the feeling they took over those planes without weapons, and
they probably knew English.
They probably went to the pilot. They're like, "Hey, I'm taking over the plane." He's like, "What kind of weapon do you have?" And they're thinking like, "Weapons."
He's like, God damn it.
And the pilot's like, "What do you got, like a box cutter or something?" He's like, "Yeah, a box cutter."
He's like, all right, hold on.
And I'll cut you with it. He puts his like finger.
He's like, those are sharp.
I think
those are sharp. I hate razor blades.
Yeah, they're sharp.
But I mean, come on.
But if somebody's like, I'm gonna kill you and everybody in New York, or I'm gonna cut you with a box cutter, I'd be like, okay, I'll take my chances with the fucking box cutter. Worst case scenario, I need stitches.
What's crazy is, I mean, it don't matter. Maybe it was a bunch of people, so it is harder to do. But I mean,
think that most of the people on the plane didn't know what the fuck was going on until it was too late.
Yeah,
I think that's the problem.
Like they somehow snuck into the things. And everybody was like, God damn, I didn't know we were landing already. Right?
Some guy's like, that's the best view I've ever seen in New York City.
Whoa, we almost hit that one building.
They're freaking like 200 feet above the city.
Because they can't see what's in front of them. They're just like, God damn.
They're like, I can see the skyline pretty good, but where's the fucking Twin Towers?
We're moving.
Going right for them.
They're like, biggest buildings in the town. We can't even see them.
Yeah, that,
Remember when the whole, like, you can see the devil in the smoke?
Oh my
that
God,
shit,
people are
those
stupid.
pictures everywhere of the devil in the smoke.
But you know what it was? It's like, alright, can't you just let it be sad that the people died?
Yeah, that's another thing that's just helped me make fun of it. It's because the stupid fucking people out there that took religion into it.
Couldn't you just...
Well, I mean, that was fucking religion right there that did it. But I mean, the people that took our side of it and did religion.
Yeah, the people in America who were like, I saw the devil in the smoke. All you're doing is...
The devil in the smoke. That should be a documentary about that fucking thing, and us talk about it. We would stray from it so much.
All you're doing is you're downplaying the importance of there's orphans because of this. There's widows. Like, the bad thing is that the people died.
Alright, what I don't like is that firemen get all this fucking praise for it.
For putting out a fire? Well,
you know what I mean? No, but I mean, they're like, all the brave firemen of New York. You know, like, I hate all that shit.
Yeah, it got kind of annoying.
Yeah, and they're all like, there's so many people trapped in the rubble. They're still trying to... Alright, it's been like fucking weeks. They're dead. Okay?
Yeah,
everybody go home, take a fucking nap. You know, don't we going crazy trying to lift up rocks.
They've been searching in rubble for 2 weeks, and they're like, they haven't found a dead body the whole time. I mean, a live body. And then they're like, alright, it's been 2 weeks, everybody's dead. And he just, like, drops that piece of sheetrock he was picking up, and there's a guy under it. He's like, God damn it. Like, the last piece he was fixing to pick up, and he's like, alright, 2 weeks is enough.
Yeah.
And that guy's like, ugh.
Like, some guy's like, yeah, they're almost getting to me. I don't know, it's just, remember that movie with Nicolas Cage, and he was
that movie could have been
a cop or something? What was he?
But it was so bad.
I started watching it. It was really boring.
I think him and that Mexican dude that's in every movie.
Yeah, he's the Mexican guy.
They were cops.
Yeah.
And
he's a cop on a lot of stuff.
One of them died, or both of them died. I don't think I finished the movie.
The Mexican dude was like a fireman or something, right?
And they're trapped under some bricks and shit?
Yeah, like right by each other. I don't know.
It's a really dumb
Wasn't
movie.
It called 9/11 or something?
I think it was called, no.
Flight? No, it wouldn't be called The Flight.
Ladder 99 or something like that.
That's stupid.
No, that's a different movie. I
don't know. Whatever the name of that movie is stupid.
It's really bad.
Someone's probably like, that's my favorite movie.
If that's somebody's favorite movie, I hope they die in a tragedy.
Like,
because that's a horrible movie.
There's better movies out there.
But the thing is, a movie about 9/11, if it's made right, could be really good.
Yeah.
But I don't think, for some reason, when a really bad thing happens and a movie's made about it within 10 or 20 years, it's always like cheaply done and kind of shitty.
Yeah.
They make movies about...
Yeah, it's because they try to put as small amount of money as they can into it because they're like, it's going to be a big success. So we're going to make more money out of it.
We're going to make so much money, we're going to...
But, I mean, like, these people think that's good. Have they not seen The Last Boy Scout?
Yeah, that's a good fucking movie.
They're all like, ladder whatever. I mean, they're like, ladder 49.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
I think that's a different movie.
Is it 49?
Ladder 49. I'm about to Google it.
Google.
Someone's
gonna hack Google.
What if you hacked Google and you just switch things? So, like, say I look up Queen Elizabeth and it brings up, like, midget porn. But if I look up midget porn, it brings up Ladder 49.
If you could do it, make everything lead to porn. You know,
it almost does anyway.
But
I bet if I typed in Queen Elizabeth porn, it would go to a site.
It would go to something. Something dedicated to her face on something, you know, like...
Semen on her face.
You type very slow.
Well, that's because...
Dead airtime.
Ladder 49.
Dead airtime.
That's a weird 3 words together.
Yeah.
Dead airtime.
Yeah.
It's like...
It's something you wouldn't want to breathe. It seems like, right?
No, it's dead air time. It sounds like a bad time of the month or something.
Yeah.
Ladder 49.
Is it?
This has a dude that played Johnny Cash in it.
Johnny Cash.
And John Travolta.
Okay, that's not what we were talking about. Someone's like, you fucking idiots.
And some black dude.
Is it United? No, that's another fucking plane movie.
No, United 93 is the one that they crashed the plane. And
what would it be? I don't fucking care, dude.
Hold on, no, I'm gonna find out because
it's bothering you.
Our listeners matter to me, and they need to know.
They need to know, right?
Nicholas is a weird spelled name.
Yeah, it is.
Like, why would that be how you spell it?
I'm sorry if there's any Nicholases out there listening to this, but that's a stupid fucking name.
I think I fucked up. I typed in Nicolas Cage movies.
Yeah, you should have just went to IMDb.
And I don't do that stupid shit.
Yeah, but you're looking for a picture of him in a cop suit. I mean, Nicolas Cage makes like
Raising Arizona. That was a bad
100 movies a year. I mean, you're gonna be fucking sitting there for a while.
No, like I've went through so many of his. Like I'm just flipping through.
Yeah, those 10, 15 he went through probably came out this month.
Yeah, but some of these are so good.
He's in a lot of good movies, like The Rock. I like The Rock. Yeah,
I've been like.
Ed Harris
Family Man, that's a good fucking movie. And I just
well, I wish he would have killed.
The Weatherman's funny too.
That was the one he should have killed. Yeah, that's The Family Man.
Oh yeah, because I was wondering what you meant he should have killed.
But there's The Family Man, The Weatherman, and The Wicker Man. Like he was just like, if there's a something man movie, I'm in it, right?
I think there's gonna be some movie called like Man on Man. He's like, gotta do it. It's in my contract.
He's like, God damn it.
What do I do? Nicolas Cage.
Really, dude? You spent like 5 minutes trying to find this thing.
You know what?
Nicolas Cage 9/11 movie.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was gonna put. 9/11 movie. Oh, it said 90s movies. I thought it said 9/11 movies, and I was like, how many fucking of those have he been in?
Dude, he was probably in 1,000 90s movies.
It's called World Trade Center.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so the writers were like, we wrote a movie and then we ran out of. That's all the creative juice we had.
Dude, where are the World Trade Centers now? Like where?
They don't exist.
I mean, I'm sure they have a World Trade Center.
No.
They don't have that anymore?
There's a monument there.
I mean, where do they trade for the world now? You know what I mean? Like,
they don't trade worlds anymore, I guess. I don't fucking know. What did they really do there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why they ran into it.
I think that was one of those jobs that's where you go to cheat on your wife.
Yeah, people were like, all right, going to the office. There was 2 whole offices with like 9,000 people or something like that.
Well, 3,000 people died. But of course, when it got hit, a lot of people under where it got hit were able to get out.
Yeah. They should have hit a lot lower.
Do you think lower?
Right? I think the plane, if they would have hit a little bit lower, they would have gotten a lot better results.
If I was the terrorist, I would have gotten both planes simultaneously to hit the same building, and then 2 other planes
to
hit the other building.
All right, you'd have to hit one on a corner, and the other on the other corner.
They just knock one over?
No, but on the inside. So it's like cutting trees down.
How you want the plane on the inside?
No, hold on. You want to come in at an angle to where you hit them both at the same time on corners, in between the buildings, so that one will fall and hit the other.
Yeah.
And then that will fall and hit someone else, and you're gonna have a lot better results.
But when you were watching the news and all that day, and you see the buildings sitting there and they're fucking fire and there's smoke pouring out of them.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh!" The plane went too low and hit the.
If you had 100,000 guesses, would you ever guess that it would fall down the way it did?
Oh, just straight down.
That 3 buildings.
That's where a lot of people are all like.
What I thought, a lot of people think like the government did it or this and that. I don't know. What I think is, that's just really weird. If you had 1,000 guesses while they were smoking and on fire, and they're like, how do you think they're going to fall? Would you have ever guessed they would fall straight down into their foot?
See, look, all right, well,
3 buildings did that.
Well, those 2.
And then a smaller building near there.
Another one went down?
Yes.
How? Like, why? Because
I don't know.
How did the 3rd building go down by that when it didn't get hit?
It didn't get hit by a plane. It caught on fire because of falling debris from the other one.
Oh.
And then it just like this.
Yeah. So,
it just went down like closing a slinky. Like when you have a slinky stretch out and then you just let
it drop. Yeah, but then, what was the other theories about the one hitting the
Pentagon?
Yeah. They might get hit a certain spot that people are all like...
Well, people were saying it was a missile, which I don't...
They're like, there's no plane parts.
Yeah.
Like, well, when you fucking go 200 and something miles an hour and you hit a building, you're not going to see any
And I'm
plane
pretty
parts.
sure there were plane parts, too.
Yeah.
They found pictures that...
Damn.
You know how, like if there's a wreck, if there's a scene that's the size of a football field of this wreck on the side of this building, and there are pictures... there isn't one picture of the whole thing. I mean, there is, but there's also a lot of small pictures of certain sections of the area.
Remember the pictures?
So when they found one that didn't have a plane part in it, they said, look, there's no plane parts there.
Yeah, so they used that one.
Yeah.
Like the one where it shows the plane going into the building, and it looks like it was photoshopped. And like, see, it was a missile. I fucking saw the second one hit.
Live.
I was watching the first one. Everybody's like, it was an accident. Somehow this plane lost control or whatever. And I was watching it, and it's showing. And like, I'm all like, holy shit, you know, fucking smoke coming from a building. And then all of a sudden, you see another one fly, and they're like, and it's hitting. And it's like everyone was speechless.
Didn't they already think it probably wasn't an accident, but they weren't sure?
No, I mean, like, what were they, like 20 minutes apart or something like that?
Oh, were they that? I thought they were farther than that apart.
No, I mean, one of them happened at like 9:50, the other one's like at 10:15 or 10:20 or something, I thought.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
I know they were early in the morning, but, no, but Mom was like, hey, come watch this, because you gotta go take your brother to get whatever. So I'm like, I go in there, and I just see the smoke's coming from the building. And I'm like, holy
You just thought they had a chimney.
The whole time I was like, you know, I was so excited because something's going on, you know? Not excited like people are dying. I was just excited that something's fucking in the news.
If it wasn't entertaining, it wouldn't be on the news.
You're like, this plane, like, everyone was just thinking this plane lost control and ran into a building. And then as you're watching, another one hits the fucking twin of it. Another plane hits the other one.
What if it would have been an accident?
If it would have been an accident, like, the chances of that. I mean, that's just, you know.
They're like, yeah, the pilot just blinked.
And it still has been, right? It's all these years, we win all these wars because of...
it's like it was
4 accidents.
Clearly an accident.
Like straight up, they're like, what are the chances of 4 planes actually, 3 of them hitting like big buildings,
major like U.S. landmarks,
and they're like, and one takes out some trees,
and one was going towards the White House and took out some
remember
trees.
that one? What was some movie that like the guy flying that one? Remember United 93 or something like that? Mm-hmm. Or whatever it was, and it shows him having a picture of the White House, and the people take him over and they crash into the thing. You seen that movie?
I saw like
when I saw the thing, and he's sitting there with like the steering wheel of the fucking plane, and he's got that picture, like he's looking for it, like he needs that picture to gauge where that building is.
Yeah, because he needs a shot of the White House taken from the lawn in front of it.
Yeah, and he's like, all right, I'm looking for this building. It's like whenever they're trying to, they're like, is this the guy that raped you? You know, and they're like looking at him with other ones.
Yeah.
You know, like he's gonna be going to this building. All right, that's a weird fucking building. You know, I mean, remember that one? Some very rich girl got a.
Her house was like a replica of the fucking White House.
Yeah. So what if you found that one? He's like, yep, that one's it. Right?
She's sitting there. Some lady and 80 cats.
Yeah, she's sitting there with all her cats, and she's eating toast, watching the news. Oh my gosh, look at these buildings, right? And then all of a sudden a plane drives through there, and he's like, I thought there'd be more buildings around. You know,
it would be funny though. You know how like. Where's that place? In Las Vegas, they have, like, Paris, and they have...
Yeah, like the Statue of Liberty.
What if they had, like, a pretty accurate New York one, but to a very small scale?
Yeah.
And those guys were flying, and they went a little off course, and they're like... And they just crashed into that. They killed a couple of desperate gamblers and some showgirls, and that's it.
Yeah, and people were like, we'll never forget.
Yeah, they're like, we'll probably forget.
The flags on people's cars, none of that would happen, you know?
No, I mean, you would just, when you, like, play craps, you would think for a second, like, hey, remember that one time?
Whenever you fold up a $20 bill in 50 different pieces, you're not going to see some little, you know?
Yeah,
remember
where did that...
Right, somebody was really fucking going on a limb and folding up a $20 bill.
But did they say that was a conspiracy?
I don't know.
You know money's looked like that for a long time.
Yeah.
They're saying, no, back 50 years ago when money started looking like this, they knew that buildings that weren't even built yet were going to, you know, like how fucking
eventually planes are going to hit them and go down. Like the government's like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get this architect to build these buildings.
So they have this fatal flaw where when a plane hits them, they crumble into their own fucking footprint.
Because the bushes look like fire and all that. And it's so stupid.
It was really silly.
The whole thing is just like, I remember when it happened 13 years ago. You know, and it was like exciting then. Like the next year, they're like, it's been a year, and you're like, God damn, that year went by fast.
But once it had been 2, it was already kind of like.
Yeah, I mean, you still see the raggedy ass fucking flags hanging on people's cars, and eventually that slowed down. People are like, I don't want that nasty shit on my cars.
Now, pretty much, if somebody has an American flag, they had it before 9/11 too.
Yeah,
they're like people that really care or whatever.
Those guys that when you're at the football game, they're singing. You know?
And I'm proud to be an American.
They don't sing that song.
I know, but that song's better.
No, but whenever they're like, whether like, I'm trying to think of the words.
Jose, can you see?
Oh, sir. Those people, they're all like, go real deep. Come on, dude, you're not fucking.
I like when they.
You're not a fucking singer. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I like when they're like, and the Rockets red.
But
they get all Whitney Houston on it. You're like, dude, you sound like a fucking idiot.
You're sitting there like, I just want the fucking game to start. And this guy's sitting there acting like, you know.
Yeah, like, you know that if
that guy's singing some fucking stupid ass song right before a high school football game. I mean, nothing's going on there.
Well,
you're singing a fucking song that should have never even really.
No, it's a stupid song.
I mean, come on. It's just someone wanted to make some fucking money, so they made some stupid song.
Well, the guy wrote it.
You're like, these aren't Americans talking on this podcast.
They're not Americans, see? They're
not gonna listen, see?
Goddamn commies here.
I got someone that's thinking and talking like that's gonna be listening.
You got some goddamn commies on there talking into their headphones.
Yeah, what's that dude's name that you're doing the voice?
Well, I'm doing. That's based on the voice of Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
But that's just a voice I do when I'm by myself sometimes.
Not bad.
I got worked up.
Well, there's a couple. I used to be able to do Casey Kasem pretty good.
It's easy to say. I got commies. I like saying commies.
I used to be able to do Casey Kasem pretty good, but I don't remember anymore.
No, and he's dead, so you can't like refresh your.
You know what I mean? Though I used to be able to say something. I can't remember anymore.
Yeah, it's like from way back in 19.
But yeah, that's really all you can.
Yeah, that's all you can say of him. It's like.
Yeah, except for some of the Scooby-Doo stuff.
You know how people do a Rodney Dangerfield impression?
Yeah.
And they're always like, oh, no respect, no respect. They always say the same shit. Like,
yeah.
I could just listen to Rodney Dangerfield say that. I want to hear somebody go crazy with Dangerfield and say, like, wacky stuff. Mm-hmm. Are you I don't know. I'm critiquing people who do voices. I do one, and it sounds pretty much like me.
But see, I really am a fan of those, though. You know, if someone
I
can
like
do a whole
hearing
lot.
them, but I don't like if you watch a stand-up hour and it's mostly that, you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
We get it.
Like Frank Caliendo.
Ugh. He does them so good, but it just wasn't good for a show.
It's just not funny. You know, I mean, you can do it, and then like you know, that whenever he did that.
When all you do is talk about Brett Favre and circling the teleprompter, we get it. He did that a lot.
Yeah, but you're doing an old joke, and yeah, you sound just fucking like him. Everybody do like
he's really
Robin
good
Williams. He did it really good. Like all of them, you're like, God damn, that sounds good. But make something funny.
Yeah, he should have hooked up with like a really talented comedian.
Yeah,
to write for like a talented.
What does he do now?
But probably spend money. I would guess that he's very wealthy.
Yeah, he did a lot of fucking shows.
Yeah, well, at that time when he got real popular all of a sudden,
and he had a show. Yeah,
he was probably touring like a motherfucker and selling out places.
He had to know that eventually it would end.
Well, how long can you... John Madden's already pretty much... What do you say, like...
This one's going to have to end soon.
I'm in my 30s. John Madden did football up until I was, like, in my 20s. So, like, the next generation won't know who Madden is. He'll be like, Tragaki! And they're like, what the fuck is that guy talking about?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. But, yeah, he's...
Even now, like, there's kids now that... buy Madden, and they don't know who the fuck Madden is.
Yeah, that's what I was.
His voice ain't on it at all or anything anymore.
They buy Madden, and they're like, yeah, Madden football. They don't know who John Madden is.
Nuh-uh. They're just like, Madden. That means football, the NFL football. You know, like, I don't know what the fucking initials are for it, but, you know?
Yeah, M-A-D, I don't know, Monday, afternoon, delight, daily.
Afternoon, delight, daily?
I'm not good at that, acronyms or whatever. But, yeah, we're coming up on 40 minutes.
Yeah, we gotta end these at 40 minutes. The fucking lightning's getting closer and closer.
Yeah.
Are we gonna record another one?
No.
I wanted to do 20.
You can come to my house while I sleep and record one.
I wanted to do 20.
20 podcasts?
Oh, 3, so we can get to 20.
We'll do 20 next time.
No, we won't.
Anyway, we always talk about whether or not we're doing another one at the end of each one.
Yeah, because I like to record them.
People are like, this fucking sucks. How am I supposed to jerk off to this?
Yeah, you always bring it up to people jerking off listening to this.
I made a conscious decision when we started this one that I'm going to bring up people listening jerking off. I almost forgot.
Anyways.
Yeah, so...
This is the end of episode 19.
Yeah, check us out on Facebook.
Still legal.
I don't know what the Facebook's called.
Dwight Smith. You can find Dwight Smith. But the Facebook page is The Bad Vibe Podcast.
Yeah, and at The Bad Vibe on Twitter.
And find us on iTunes. We got an iTunes on the podcast app, or you can, however you can get it through iTunes another way.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
And YouTube.
Kind of wizardry.
Check us out on YouTube. However you have listened to this, keep doing that.
Or change it up a little.
Yeah, listen.
Can't eat Cheerios every morning.
It's cool on the podcast app, but...
that's the best way. That's the way that's the most convenient.
Yeah. YouTube, you gotta fucking leave your phone open and everything. But anyways, this is over 40 minutes. We gotta end it. See y'all next time on episode 20.
Yep.
Or y'all hear us. We won't see you. But yeah, that's it.